Eden Memorial Chapels understands Jewish funerals can take many forms. Some are very Orthodox, while others are more conservative or of a Reformed nature. There's no one better in New York or New Jersey. Go to EdenMemorial.com.
You're commuting home with Katz and Cosby. Now, here's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby on 77 WABC.
And joining us now is Judge Andrew Napolitano, of course.
Has Judge Napolitano got religion yet?
I think you have, Judge, right?
I love you, Judge. You know that.
Do I have religion? I'm an old-fashioned Latin Mass attending pre-Vatican II Roman Catholic. That's my religion.
Okay.
By the
Real deal.
By the way, what did you make of the Al Smith dinner? I thought it was I thought Trump did great, and I think shameful that Kamala didn't show up.
I think she made a major mistake by not showing up. But, it's not the bad news is not going to last forever. But she lost this news cycle. I thought Trump was terrific. I wasn't there, but I did watch.
I was looking for you.
Oh, well, did you have an extra seat at your table?
Same time next year, I'll put you next to Judge Weinberg.
Oh, it'd be
Sounds
my
like
pleasure
a date, Judge.
with Judge Weinberg. I would sit with Judge Weinberg on a picket fence, and it would be my pleasure to be there at that dinner.
I don't want to talk to you guys after you get off the fence, but anyway, go ahead.
I thought the president was terrific, and even though she did make a couple of funny one-liners, I thought she really made a mistake. Ask President Mondale what happens when you don't go to that dinner.
49 states. He lost.
Right.
Governor Patterson, you had another comment before when we talked. You said somebody else lost 49 states?
Oh, it was McGovern who lost 49 states when President Nixon didn't show up. And McGovern made this comment at the dinner that Nixon wasn't there, but he's sure that he was listening in, making fun of the bugging and the Watergate situation.
By the way, one of the funny lines last night was about Tim Walz that President Trump said. He said,
I
Tim
want to
Walz.
hear this one.
Did you hear? He said Tim Walz wasn't here, but I'm sure he'll say he was.
Very funny.
Yeah.
Was Vance there, Rita?
No, he was not.
No.
No, he was not. Also, Judge, I want to get your take on this other. Speaking of which, because one of the things they talked about at Al Smith, and we played the line at the beginning, Judge, it was very funny where he said, hey, I'm here, not on a subpoena. I'm happy to appear basically here at Al Smith. Today, Judge Chutkan in D.C. said, I don't want to interfere with the election. That's why I'm putting out some of these documents from, January 6th tied to Jack Smith. A lot of it's grand jury testimony and other things. How is it not election interference to put it out right now? I mean, come on.
I haven't seen these materials. I've read a couple of articles in the past 2 hours from reporters who have, and there's no there because, as Judge Weinberg could tell you, much of this stuff is grand jury material, and he can't release it, and she's not supposed to release it, and it was all redacted. So of the hundreds and hundreds of pages, there are so many that are all covered in black because you're not allowed to see anything.
They're doing it for the headline, Judge.
Well, they are getting a headline, but once you go beneath the headline, it doesn't damage Trump at all because there's nothing new. There's nothing that came out today that we didn't already know in terms of the government's allegations, and it's just an allegation. I don't think this is election interference. I don't think it's going to move the dial at all. If it does move the dial, it moves it in Trump's direction by animating the base who perceive this as, again, using the judicial and law enforcement system to try and harm him.
The only negative thing that I saw was that Attorney General Barr said to Trump, you really don't have a fraud in this election. And somehow people who don't know better think that gives it more credibility. That's the lawyer's opinion, but it's up to the client to make his own decision.
I agree with you, Judge Weinberg. I don't think that a statement like that from Bill Barr makes Trump's intent criminal.
Exactly right.
Trump sought the opinion of many, many people, lawyers and lay people, as to whether or not there was fraud in 2020. Some said there was, but we can't prove it. Some, like Rudy said, there was, and we can prove it, and some said there wasn't. He did the right thing. A cross-section of opinions. That doesn't hurt him. It helps him by showing that he was reasonable and sought a lot of people's opinions.
And real quick before we let you go, Judge, also, have you seen these lawsuits that are going in both directions about kicking people off who are not citizens on the voter rolls? I mean, it's a noble intent. People got to feel good about the process. And the Department of Justice is suing Virginia. And now Florida is going after the federal government because they're saying the Biden-Harris administration isn't allowing them to have access to know who's a citizen and who isn't. I mean, this is crazy.
Rita, John, and my friends, this is the tip of the iceberg. If you think we saw a lot of litigation in 2020, there were only 61 cases filed. There are over 200 already filed, and we have 3 weeks to go to Election Day.
Wow.
So this is a lawyer's dream or a lawyer's nightmare in terms of trying to sort all this out. Something tells me I'll be quite busy.
Better that they're sooner rather than after the election, though.
Yeah,
yes,
very pointed.
Unfortunately, yes.
Wow. Well, Judge Napolitano, thank you. We love having you on,
it's a
Judge.
Pleasure to be back with you guys. I forgot to ask you, since it's Friday, is the pizza there?
You know what? No, now we're serving escargot and lobster.
We got 500 pizzas. We got 500 pizzas delivered to the Columbus Avenue Parade, and we ate pizza like there was no tomorrow.
There was only one left in the office. That means $4.99 on the parade.
Next time I'll help you polish it off. It's one of my weaknesses. But thank you very much for having me on. I love you guys, all of you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.